Watch this, guys.
Floodgates.
Whoa!
Rainwater. That's kind of worst case scenario. I'm gonna keep it a buck. It's not great. Not what we're looking for. Hey guys, welcome back. We are going to be tearing down the Project F's engine today because, like we've said in previous videos, we we're a bit like I don't know what you call it, dumb.
Sure.
We didn't consider the fact that we're going to be seeing boost on it, so we should gap the rings. Because as you guys know, if you boost a car, it's going to experience higher temperatures, higher pressures. The rings on the pistons are go up and down with it. They can grow in size because of the heat and butt ends, and if they do that and expand further, it'll crack the pistons, which is something that happens on these motors a lot. Pistons just crack.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's exactly because they're not gapped well, or if just like bad tuning and going lean.
Now, what we need to do is we need to take those piston rings out. We need to take the whirly boy and go, whee!
Yes, hook it up to a drill.
Yeah, you push it together.
Where is that? Oh, it's right up here. Yeah, we have the Summit Racing ring grinding tool. We actually didn't even have this tool back in the day. So
I don't like this tool. I think it's garbage.
It works fine. We just hadn't had experience with yours. So the rings Vince had were more durable. Yeah, so we hold it in the vise like this. Take a second.
Oh, Jesus, yeah, let me just... Okay.
Go a little bit more.
Oh, that's it, pretty thin.
Yeah, there you go. So, basically, you've seen us gap rings before, but you butt them up against these two, like that so, and then you can work on one side at a time if you want, but this is a material disc, and it'll just grind them down. And we'll be... probably talking with Gardner more boost on what type of ring gap we need. Would we gap it the same as your Bonneville, or would we do it heavier?
Probably more.
Yeah.
But, when I rotate this, like, it doesn't rotate evenly.
Well,
so,
it doesn't matter. What else are we going to use? We're going to use an angle grinder?
Nope. Going to use the cement.
Also, once we're done with that, you kind of want to chamfer the edges or deburr it, because we did not do that with the Bonneville, and machine shops like you got to do that, and we're like,
you have to deburr the edges, or else it will scrape the fuck out of your cylinder walls. Not good.
So
didn't know that.
We're going to first just vacuum this out because it's dirty. It's collected some stuff. You can kind of even see on the top of the cam lobe, if it can focus really well, but there's some smut on there. And
so we're going to take that out too. So that means the whole front cover.
Retime the head, or the block as well if we do that. But what we're going to do is we're going to take off the, unbolt these, take the push rods out. Well, I guess we can take the cylinder head off without doing that at all. The push rods will just be in there.
They will. No, they'll we can just slide them out after these.
Okay, so we'll unbolt this. We have our ARP head bolts, which we'll have to look up the torque spec for those when we put it back together.
Yeah, exactly. We're going to take the lifters out. We're just going to basically take all the internals out of the engine.
Take the front cover off, take the cam out to clean it.
Yep.
Brake clean it, relube it, and then...
Going to label all the bolts, going to vacuum out the engine. But that's pretty much all we're going to do for today. But
yeah, nothing crazy. And then this week I might regrind the piston rings, and then next weekend we can load up the pistons, put them back in here, button down the rotating assembly, get the heads on, and then Tristan would need to bring over the intake manifold and other stuff. But we're also even considering putting the motor on the subframe and then building the turbo downpipe on here, because all we're considered and need to consider for it is the space between the cylinder head and the motor mount, because the manifolds will stay stationary, and then we just have to do as tight as possible down and out through that way. Yeah,
once it gets to the rear of the K-member, past the problem areas, then we're going to need to put it in the car and then test fit it. But that's basically what we need to clear most of all, is the engine mount, between the engine mount, the manifold. So it basically has to come right through here.
Yep.
So that's what we're going to try. And I think it will fit pretty good. I don't think that it should,
for sure.
I don't think it should be any different than how it would be in the car. But yeah.
Yeah, it'll be good. And then one other thing, just in regards to the turbo kit, Tristan bought a 60mm wastegate, and we're thinking we might need to downsize to like a 44mm wastegate, just given the size of the manifold pipes, which are 2.5 inch, but we have some 2.5 inch intercooler piping that we can kind of mock up just to see if we can, if it's even possible, because 60mm is just 3mm off 2.5 inches. It's like almost a whole pipe, which we don't have, almost have that much material on it to take off.
Yeah, the pipe on the manifold is pretty thin stuff. It's like 2 inch, right? Or is it 2.5?
I think it might be 2.5. If it's 2 inch, then there's no way it would work. We'd have to measure it. Yeah, this stuff right here. I mean, it looks actually a little bit smaller. I don't know.
So essentially, it would be like,
yeah, off of this.
You know, and that could work, but we'd have to
do something for the bottom part because I can get my finger in there, and
I just don't know if that'd work.
Smaller would be better, I think. Or alternatively, we already have a 30 mil on this side. We can just put another 30 mil like right here. So we have both banks, or right here per se. Just have both banks that will have two 30 mil wastegates.
It looks like a twin turbo setup that's not twin turbo. And then we'd have to worry about piping the wastegate.
Both of them.
Whereas we already plan to pipe the wastegate back into the exhaust going
recirculate
back.
it.
Yeah. And with one on the right side, then of course that's a whole nother pipe we have to worry about.
Yep.
Yeah.
There's a lot we'd have to do. And with a single bigger one, it would be much simpler.
Let's say that, you know, the exhaust comes out and, you know, down. So it makes this shape. Well, this could potentially go, you know, straight in.
That's true.
We'll see. But we just want to make you guys aware of, you know,
our consideration. You guys also comment down below what you think.
So we're gonna get started taking the heads off, and first we're gonna vacuum. Then we're gonna take the heads off, take the whole valve tray off, the whole internals, take the front cover off.
We have to pull the fucking balancer as well, which we have the tool for that.
Chungo boy. Yep. So yeah, why don't we set a time lapse or something?
Let's do it. All right, guys, and before we continue, just want to remind you to subscribe and like the video. It helps get the video out, and definitely leave a comment. We're going to be have a lot of topics throughout this video, and, you know, reply to those. Answering our questions helps us definitely with these projects. So back to the work. All right, remove from time-lapse mode. Let's take this off. See if it'll be easy, because we painted it on now. So.
Yeah, the paint is really what's going to do it.
It's going to be fine. Just the studs are going to be kind of a struggle. There we go.
And then, oh, there's dust. I was just getting it off. Darn.
Those look really good still.
That is what I was afraid of.
Some surface rust on there. Yeah.
That's not good.
Keep this head gasket with the dust. Get off me.
So we're going to have to wipe off the head gasket.
Yeah. I'm just going to remove it for the moment. Here, let's take these out.
Okay. We're going to have to wipe everything off.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the one cylinder where the valve was open, unfortunately.
I see. So just let moisture in there.
Yeah.
So these head gaskets, I'm gonna say they're gonna be fine to use. They look fine. I mean, they've been torqued down.
Yeah, I can see the warpage of being torqued down, but I think that should be fine.
Well, I mean, you guys let us know if they're okay to use. I think they're gonna be fine to use.
Yeah, if even one person tells us that they're fine to use, it's going back on.
Because these were like expensive, weren't they?
Yeah.
But
they're over $100.
This looks all fine.
And, you know, just a little bit of random grossness.
Smuts.
But yeah, this
like
cylinder is what I'm worried about.
Fucking dirt in there.
I'm gonna have to ask the machine shop if this is something I can clean up myself.
It probably is. While we have the piston out, we can probably.
Well, just with my finger, I'm getting a lot of it off. Okay. I think some Scotch-Brite might be okay.
Yeah.
But we don't want to take anything like heavy to the cylinder and remove that hone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm just unsure. I'm unsure of
dust everywhere.
Here, let me
vacuum in there.
Let me vacuum real quick. So I think let's just go on and get the other side off.
Yeah.
And then I also need the lifters out too.
And take the front cover off. We'll remove the cam.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Stop.
RTV stuck it.
Here, just hold it for a second. Don't move. Don't rip the head gasket. All right, lift it just a little bit.
Don't score it. Okay, cool.
Yeah, this head gasket's a little dusty.
Even the bottom of the head got some of that.
Corrosion. Yeah, this head wasn't as bad as the other one.
You ready?
All right, guys, pulling this balancer off.
So loud. So loud.
It actually started rotating the assembly. It was turning the balancer.
Oh my god. This thing's got so much torque. This is honestly a lifesaver. If we didn't have this tool.
Yeah, I used it earlier to remove an axle nut on a Subaru.
Yeah. Me and Davis have had to break a bolt free before using my own car's torque with a torque wrench between
Wedge the ground. Yep. Turning over the car.
And guess what? That tool would have done it. Like, we shouldn't have even messed around
with that.
And
that thing wasn't that expensive. It was like, I don't even know, like 80, 90 bucks.
Completely worth it. Anyone who does anything like this, get it. I wouldn't recommend it to use it for like, much, because you don't want to like over torque like anything else.
Yeah.
So it's only for big boy bolts.
We have this also OEM Tools part number here, show them part number 27296.
Specifically for the 3.8s and the 3.4s.
Yeah,
it has these specific bolts.
Also, this dowel that goes in the center to center it. That way it goes in like that. Wait, here. There we go. Yeah. Also, another question, guys. We are not going supercharged, as we've mentioned so many times. We're going turbo. This is an L67, so the balancer has an extra rib set for supercharger, also supposedly balanced for the L67 bottom end. This L67 bottom end, do we still need this balancer even if we're not running it? We don't?
We do not. Just be gentle on it. Oh. It just needed some motivation.
Yeah.
Now what?
This is probably gonna be like a 19 mil.
19?
Here.
Let's try 18.
19 works.
Oh, okay.
Be prepared to catch it.
Yeah, I will. She's free. Cool. I'll take that.
Probably don't want to use an impact, but
it works. Done it.
Yep. So now we're just going to be taking off the front cover and grab this. This is the dowel that sits in the center of the.
Can you loosen this for me?
No.
Cool.
And always be sure to put your specialty tools back where they're supposed to go, because you don't want to lose all this garbage. Don't want to lose your specialty parts that you only use once in a blue moon, because when you need it, you need it.
Oh, and these can be rented at AutoZone. That's the only place I found them, which is really nice, because if you just don't come back with it, they're like, okay, it's yours. And so that's what we've done.
Yep.
Look, this box is so fucked up from the trans fluid that got soaked in it.
That's fine.
Oh yeah, totally fine.
So now, we're going to take off front cover stuff. Probably don't need to remove the oil filter neck.
I think it will come off with it.
Yeah, just remove this plastic bit, and then some of the water pump bolts and oil pan bolts in the front cover will come off.
right?
Yeah, it's probably just the lube that's like holding it on. So quiet.
I'm concentrating.
We're performing some surgery here. Yeah, the thing doesn't look too bad for. I mean, it was new, wasn't it?
No.
Or was used?
So like it had those rust spots on it, I think.
Yeah. So this side was the one that was exposed to all that dirt and stuff.
Yeah, it was.
Anything over here? Yeah, that's where corrosion should have gone.
Because like this.
Oh no, it was the front as well. But you can see all the rust right here. See the rust in the back. The front wasn't so bad. So the front and the back had access, but.
See, I just see like bits and pieces, so it just needs to be completely cleaned and re-oiled.
We'll brake clean it.
Any excuse for you guys to use brake cleaner.
Yeah, in the garage.
Right?
Hot box the garage.
Hot box the garage of brake cleaner.
I'm glad we did this.
Let's clean this
Now we're
stuff
gonna
up.
take the oil tank completely off.
Yeah, flip it over.
Starting on the bolts.
Be careful with the frickin' bolts. Oh, we're shooting it the other way.
Oh no!
What the fuck?
How does
Rainwater.
Better
Oh
not
no.
be.
There's my oil drain
Look
that I
how
put in.
abused this thing is.
That does not look like rainwater.
It's rusty because it's been sitting in the motor. Here's
But
the
that could be next
alternator.
cool too.
Here's the alternator frickin' wire that
good.
broke. And that's right there, I think? That connects to it?
But I see one wire and they're very thin.
Oh, well.
How about
you know
that?
what? I don't know where that goes. It came from something. I have a photo of it.
Came from something.
Yep.
All right.
Now we see that
Do
3/8.
We don't need to take this off, do we? This bracket?
No.
No. Good. Okay, where's that 3/8 at?
Yeah, we're going to go and take off this. I don't think we're going to do a time lapse of it. And we will be back.
Need to record. Sometimes we're just like, shit, we gotta put it back on and then record.
No, we don't. Don't tell them that.
We don't do that.
Moment of truth.
Oh, whoa. Yeah, there's a little bit of rusty water.
Oh no.
Yo. That looks cheesy.
That does look cheesy. How does it get cheesy when it never
So
ran?
another concern of mine is the frickin'
God, that's disgusting.
the oil pickup. This is another concern. It's touching the windage tray. See,
Yeah.
I don't think that should happen
Why?
because if it's like bouncing and bashing stuff, it'd crack it, and then you get stuff. Ooh,
What? Oh, a
look at this.
woo.
Ew, woo.
Oh,
All right. Well,
shit.
yeah. See about. Yeah, I think I might need to remove.
Well, this is a
first.
plastic tray, so
It's a
maybe it
windage
doesn't
tray.
matter.
I would say we should clearance it.
We need to take that off.
I know. We need like a 10
8
mil.
mil.
8 mil.
So, Piston, is this what you expected? Because I
No.
remember you saying it won't be that bad.
Yeah, that's true. Verbatim, like minutes
Verbatim, he
minutes
was like,
before.
it won't be that bad.
No, this is a lot worse than I thought it would be. But we haven't
That's
seen
exactly what
anything.
I told you.
But you know, none of the bearings probably have any wear on them. It's fine,
If
Zoe.
there's moisture in there, hopefully the bearings aren't fucked.
We might want to just replace the bearings when we have this car.
Honestly.
If they look bad. Because we'll be able to see them. Super extendy boy. Oh, damn, that's dangerous.
Speed ratchet. Grab it. Yeah. Grab the bolt. So don't fall.
No, I'm going to let it fall in the engine.
Grab that bolt off.
No! Fucking crazy.
I'm cracked, dude. Ew, there's literally pooled water on the piston, though.
That's good.
Why is it
Here.
icky?
See that right
Why
there,
is it
Tristan?
icky?
Right there and there. See, it's literally pooled water. We have to turn it back over.
With rust.
Right
just
next
sitting.
to the awoo, there's like
A penis. No, it's not a penis.
Is that like a mushroom then?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we shouldn't have just left it with its whole top off, you know?
Yeah, it's, I mean, should have just left the manifold on at least.
Hindsight 2020, you know?
Here.
I never
Help
thought
move.
that was going to be a
Flip this
problem.
back over. Let's get a freaking bucket under this thing. Watch this, guys. Here you go.
Watch this, guys.
Floodgates.
Whoa!
Rainwater. That's kind of worst case scenario. If I'm being frank. If I'm gonna keep it a buck. It's not great. Not what we're looking for.
Tell me your car's been sitting for a long time without actually telling me.
How's the project going?
Well, we took the engine back out and it's fucked.
Alright, let's turn it back over again. Okay. Okay, hit the dial. Well, I guess we didn't really need to put it on top dead center. Yeah, it's a good thing we did not run this. Not at all.
Yeah. It's a good thing. Good thing.
Oh, you guys wanted to run it?
We need to pressure wash it. No.
Oh.
We need to pressure wash this bitch.
Okay, let's... Seriously. Holy shit.
He said tight.
I mean, we just set the impacts, you know, to 3 Ugga Duggas. It really shows. Okay.
Yeah. Whoa!
I can't do it.
Correct.
Piston just falls out.
That'll be kind of amazing.
So keep it the rod bolts where they go and the
Yeah.
in the freaking bearing the orientation goes. So look fine.
The bearings look brand new, as if they were never worn or
Yeah.
never used. I wonder why.
Do you want?
That's weird.
Do you want to show us that one?
It's mine.
You're gonna take that home?
It's mine. Don't you look at my naked bearing.
Need something like skinnier. Don't fit.
It don't fit, boss. You don't have any skinnier ones.
So,
That's what you want.
some nacho cheese in there. The pins, I mean, definitely just water's been sitting on it. Yeah.
The engine's been upright.
But this is the reason we took it all apart was for these pistons.
Yeah, because of the
rings.
water. Because of all the water.
Yeah, good idea.
Yeah.
We decided to take this whole thing apart.
Oof.
I mean, the bearing looks fine.
Yeah, this bearing over here looks perfect.
Yep. Just clean them up, brake clean everything. Literally, we'll spray the entire thing with brake clean and then re-lube it. And that should theoretically just be our best case scenario. I mean, bring it to a machine shop where they'll like wash the whole thing in a parts washer. But we're gonna put them back together like this. We're gonna off camera take out all the pistons and then we can worry about brake cleaning it and.
Now we need a spot for them.
Yeah. Oh, that's true. We need a spot. So we'll be back. We'll just take care of this real fast. All right, guys. So we took all the pistons out. You can see right there. There's some like rust on the main. We wanted to avoid taking the mains off as well, but we might have to just to clean it. We might even, just take it out, brake clean everything. We also don't want to like if we decide to leave the mains on, brake clean it and affect the bearings, like the lubrication under the bearings. We just don't know. We don't think much water got in. I mean, looking at the actual bearing surface of the crank for the rods, I don't see any water.
The other side of the hole that the oil drips down from the cam, from the valley,
Yeah.
that's also rusted too.
Yeah, I know.
We'll try and take care of that if we can.
Right
I'm not
there.
sure what way we do that. But yeah, we want to brake clean and then oil the cylinders at least.
Yep.
Now that they're out.
And then re-lube everything.
Yeah. We can re-lube everything once we put that together, but we just need to oil everything so that nothing rusts more.
Yeah, we don't want any rust for sure.
Let's get the brake clean out and at least get...
We're going to try to avoid doing the mains. We're probably just
for
going to spray all this stagnant water out.
Yeah.
And then spray the cylinders. And then maybe the rod bearings. Or the rod...
Yeah.
Whatever those are called on the crank.
Where'd the brake clean go?
It's over there. But we're going to do that and we'll be back. Really not much to show, just cleaning it. So we'll be back and probably end it out. All right, guys. So we got this done. We basically brake clean, trying to avoid the mains. And we also got the air compressor and blew out all the water that we could find. We oiled every surface with some 10W30. This cylinder number, whatever this is, was always a problem cylinder just because the motor that we got, it had been sitting as well. So the cylinder wall is pitted. So as you can see here, it's still pitted. I mean, that's the same, but you can see the orangeness, like there's rust on the cylinder walls. Compare it to a different one. That one's all clean and shiny and reflective. This one is, just not good. So we're going to talk to the machine shop. It's possible we can get some like sandpaper, like really, really fine grit, or Scotch-Brite. Scotch-Brite might be safer. Use some oil and just take off that as much as we can. And then we're even thinking about removing the crank, which, I mean, we should probably do. Make sure all that's good and clean it. Brake clean everything, get all the water out of it, which really, really is a tough break. That there's water in there. We were not hoping that would happen.
Didn't think that would happen.
Or anticipating. I mean, it was covered by a tarp the entire time. It just didn't have the intake manifold on top to completely cover it. But
yeah, I think, what you said about the condensation, I think that's exactly how it happened. Because moisture always gets under a tarp when you tarp a car.
Yeah.
You
So, I had to have done it.
I think that is probably what happened.
We actually still kind of need to clean out these pistons because some of these still have rusty water.
We do. We should probably take the air compressor to them.
Yeah. And we WD-40'd the cylinder heads, so they should remain, lubricated and not rust. Hopefully
I should probably get some Marvel mystery oil that we can just
put the lifters in.
We might still have some, do we? Because I remember we soaked some stuff in it.
I think we got rid of it. I don't know.
Oh, okay. Well, I might have to just buy some, bring it over, let you soak them.
Oh, it's up there. Here we got some.
Oh, hell yes. We already have them. No
so we can soak the lifters because at least 2 of those were kind of really rough with what looked like rusty water on it. And you don't want that. I mean, the bottoms were fine. It's just it was sitting in rust right here. You don't want that oxidized rust anywhere. This stuff, I mean, it's a cast iron block, so it's going to be really rusty when that happens. But I mean, everything turns over. It seems like it's fine.
Yeah, it seemed fine before it even got taken apart. So it's not like we could identify a problem just by doing that.
Good thing we just didn't run it and decided to actually take it apart.
That would have been a nightmare.
Just run it, bearing rod knock immediately.
Yeah.
Kind of tough break with that. I'm glad we did it. And, I mean, it's just added to the project, obviously, but it's much better than running it and then blowing it up.
Yeah. And then we're, also the whole reason we did this is to gap the piston rings, and so we're going to have to do that still. And we're going to have to figure out exactly what we need to gap to what. The numbers. Yeah, so we got some work ahead of us.
Yeah, we
got
do,
some
for
work.
Sure. It's going to be kind of tough to get that freaking double chain back on here because this is 100% on the crank now. Like, we had to heat it up to get it on. It's like press fit on, basically. All right, guys, I think that's going to do it. We just, got the motor taken apart. We know some more things about it. It's, toast. It's fine.
Still looking good on the outside. That's all that matters.
That's all that matters. Not really. It doesn't look like real. That's it. But anyways, that's going to do it, guys. Be sure to check out some of our other videos. Definitely leave a super thanks or subscribe to our Patreon. You'll get early access to our videos, and it helps support the channel so we can afford to rebuild these engines after leaving them for a couple of years.
Why do all our videos end with bad news given to me? why is it always bad news?
Because your life
Tristan?
is struggle.
Yeah, it seems that way. Seems that way.
Well, thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you in the next one.